Hey there, Dan of JustPickUpTheGuitarAndGo.com. And we're looking at the shapes or the positions of the G minor scale. So we looked at that first position, then we looked at the second position. Always mess up that chord. And if you're watching this one for the first time, you're like, what is that? So it's an A minor 7 flat 5 chord. And it's used to play over a Locrian mode. Weird sounding chord, right? But anyway, you get your first position, your second position, your third position, which sounds a little happy and major. Your fourth position, which is your Dorian, that sounds kind of like a Bob Ross type thing. And then your fifth position, while it is a diminished, really cool sounding scale, kind of a boring chord because it's just, what do you call it? D minor. There's your D minor right there. You can play it there, you can play, or actually here, I'm sorry. Or you can play it here. Or you can play it up here. Right? Your D minor. And your D minor is going to be a good foundation underneath of a Phrygian scale. And there's other things you could do with Phrygian, but I'm just showing you one chord shape per scale shape. And then you could take all 7 chord shapes if you want to and play around with them and come up with all kinds of cool stuff. Because, I mean, 7 chords, how many songs could you write with 7 chords, right? Probably 16 billion. So you can come up with all kinds of cool modal sounding stuff. Just use each different chord as a different root. This one you can play with Phrygian, Aeolian, Dorian, right? But anyway, we're going to look at Phrygian on this one. It's going to sound like this. And all we're playing there is we're going to play on the 6th string. We're going to play 10, 11, 13. On the 5th string, 10. Actually, I messed up. I played Locrian, so I'm going to go ahead and play that for you one more time. It should sound like this. Now that I think about it, I don't think I did mess up. But I was about to mess up telling you what the notes were. So again, on the 6th string, we're playing 10, 11, 13. On the 5th and the 4th strings, we're going to play 10, 12, 13, 10, 12, 13. We get to the 3rd string, we're going to play 10, 12. And on the 2nd and the 1st strings, 10, 11, 13, 10, 11, 13. Now all of this is going to resolve back, even though I'm right there playing in D minor, all of this is going to resolve back to your G minor. Because we could just play the scale shapes from there all the way up. Anchor shapes. I flubbed a little bit there when I got to the 2nd and the 1st strings, but if you didn't catch what I did there, I basically did the anchor shapes all the way up from the 1st position all the way up to that Phrygian position, which is I believe your 5th position, right? Because you got Aeolian, you got Dorian, no, Aeolian, Locrian, then Ionian, then Dorian, yep, and then Phrygian. So that Phrygian, just walking it backwards using those anchor shapes. Or we can stay in Phrygian. And you can write a song that's in Phrygian. Now you might be thinking to yourself, like, all I'm going to put on the screen is going to be that Phrygian shape and that chord shape. Maybe not even the chord shape, because you probably know what a D minor shape looks like. But I'll put the scale shape, okay, or at least the scale tab. And you might be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, why didn't you tab out all the anchor shapes? Why didn't you tab out all the other stuff? Because I do that for you in a free course called JustPickUpTheGuitarAndGo.com. Okay, or at least that's where you find it at. It's called Unlock the Fretboard in 7 days. But you can't get it at UnlockTheFretboard in 7days.com. You got to go to JustPickUpTheGuitarAndGo.com to get my free course, my free 7-day course. And one of the things I really focus on is the anchor shapes. Because to me, that's how you train your fingers to go where you want them to go on the fretboard. If you can gravitate yourself back to those anchor shapes, you can go all up and down the fretboard and start anywhere you want to, play in any key you want to. You got to do a little ear training, but once you understand where you're playing at, when the song comes on and you want to just kind of noodle, or if you want to flesh something out and make something sound epic, or you want to get to the point where you can just improvise really well, over any song in any key, then understanding how the shapes lock together like puzzle pieces, understanding the circular nature of the fretboard, and the way the scales are following a pattern, they all kind of follow the same pattern, then you can pretty much play anything you want to with ease and confidence and improvise intuitively. And here it comes, just pick up the guitar and go.com. So get your free course, and I'll see you in the next one.